I don't know if girls want to hear this, but the truth is 90% of the activities that women engage in revolve around getting a guy's attention, okay? And it's just the way we're built biologically. This is just something we do. We love to get your attention. It's part of the sport of it, all right? You think I go to a sports bar because I like warm beer and sticky bar stools? No, I go because there's guys there. You think I do a pub crawl every year because I like it when my liver hurts? No, I go because there's guys there. We don't wear heels for our circulation. We do it to prop up our butts so you'll look at me and want to mate with me. That's why we do it. This isn't a fucking game, all right? This isn't a push-up bra, it's body armor, and this ain't makeup, sweetheart, it's war paint. Let's make a baby. Girls know exactly what they're doing. We know exactly what you like, what you don't like. We do our research when we like a guy, and by research, I mean we Facebook stalk you, but we do it. I know your favorite foods. I know where you went on vacation. I know that your favorite team is the Cowboys. I know all about that. I'm totally into you. That's right. They say men are hunters and women are gatherers. Well, kind of. Women are gatherers. We like to gather information about you, and then we hunt you. You think when I bring you home to meet Mom on Christmas, it's because I want her to meet you? No, it's so I can be like, Mom, look what I caught. We have to, because guys are kind of passive when it comes to meeting women. Sure, they go out, but girls make a sport of it. My guy friends don't care. If they had their way, they'd spend every Saturday night with each other, which is weird, watching 1,000 Ways to Die, eating sandwiches, ragging on their one friend that has a huge nutsack for no reason. Like, that's what they would do. Going out's very important. You got a real job, your weekend is very important to you, because a weekend represents 48 hours that you have to fuck up the life that you work so hard for all week. That's what your weekend is. If you're a real professional, your weekend starts Thursday at like 5 p.m., right? You go to happy hour trickles into like nighttime, you drink a little bit, because you can go to work a little hungover, right? No one's doing real work on Friday. Nobody's working on a Friday. Nobody's working on a Friday, because it's what? Shabbat. No, because it's Friday and nobody cares. You ever been at work, your boss is never gonna be like, let's get in those reports and start brainstorming. And you're like, okay, I'll be there. Oh, you were serious? Okay, little hand job, I'll be at my desk, that's fine. Girls take going out very seriously, because that's our hunting grounds.
Going out, let's do it. Do you want to do like a girls' night? Do you want to do that?
Every weekend I get calls from my girlfriends.
Do you want to do like just girls? Do you want to do like a fun girls' night? Eliza, I'm talking to you. Eliza, do you want to do that? Do you want to do like a girl? We'll just do like, we'll all wear like fun shoes and we'll all get like appies and then we'll do like a fun girls' night. Do you want to do that? I want to do a girls' night. I made an Evite for the 4 of us. You didn't answer because I'm standing right here. You're such a bitch. Let's do a girls' night. Let's do just girls, no boys. Let's just all wear wedges and no boys. Let's not do boys, just girls, just the girls. I'm like, why? We hate each other. Girls hate each other. She hates you, especially during the day. But when the moon comes up and there's white wine involved, oh my God, Stacy, you look amazing. I fucking love you. And you notice the drunker you get, the more Spanish you start speaking. Oh my God, mamacita, muy caliente. Woo! Fucking love you, chica. But the more love you give to one girlfriend, the more love you must taketh away from another girlfriend. It's how we keep balance in the girl universe. I love you, can I just tell you? I love you, I do. But you know who I hate? Becky.
You might remember me from an episode of Seinfeld that I did that had a very famous tagline. They're real and they're spectacular. I mean, now they're still real, and I would argue still spectacular if you're attracted to tube socks filled with sand hanging from a scarecrow. But you know, hardly any of us are real anymore. I mean, just look at Instagram. Like, we all are filled with fake boobs and fake butts, fake teeth. Like, we're so fake that when we do finally end up in a casket, we probably won't even rot. Or hundreds of of years from now, they'll be digging up little sparkling veneers and deflated plastic sacks, wondering, was this a cemetery or a party city? Yeah. Aging while female is not for the faint of heart. I mean, wine of a certain age is considered rare. And grapes of a certain age are considered raisins. And women of a certain age are not considered in Hollywood at all. Cheers. I have 3 18-year-old cats, 1 12-year-old dog, and a car from 1978. We're all just waiting around to see who dies first. I was one of those folks that rescued a dog during COVID. Yeah, mine came with poor eyesight and a collapsed anus. But so did I. Yeah. No, I can barely read my text anymore. I mean, most people hear 69 and think sex. I think font size. And I have got to be the only actress in Hollywood who actually had plastic surgery on my butthole instead of my face. Anal fissures brought on by pregnancy. No, don't feel sorry for me. My asshole just made Maxim's Hot 100. All of this to say, I've become a cliche, an old lady with too many cats who's also single. Living alone, I guess it really hasn't been easy on me or my sex life. Although, it's not like it took a pandemic for my vagina to be on lockdown. Now, even my Alexa knows that I'm in a dry spell. She's heard me so often complain about having no sex in a long time that once I said, Alexa, what's the time? And she said, it has been a long time. It was so long ago that iPhones had a charging port and a headphone jack. Yes, even the iPhone's holes were being more occupied than yours. Some would call that Alexa spying, but I call it finally getting some goddamn attention. No, for my birthday, she sent me chocolates and a 10-speed dildo. With batteries. I will admit to you that I am indeed on a dating app. No, well, and not just one. I'm on Raya, Elite Singles, and Bumble, and celebrities who once fucked James Bond, MacGyver, and Superman, but can't find a date, so have been single for years.com. But I do worry that if you don't use it, you lose it. That's what they say. I know that applies to my brain and my biceps. I'm wondering if it includes my clitoris. Has my vagina gotten old like the rest of me? And does it need Botox or fillers? It definitely needs filling. How dry is it? Could we hold Burning Man in there next year? These were questions I needed answered. I needed my gynecologist to go down on me. So I'm in his office, and I'm lying there with my legs up in the stirrups, and he's rooting around. And I finally get up the nerve to ask him, doctor, does it look like a guy would have a good time in there? He peeked his head up over the sheet that was covering my lap, and he said, Teri, you have a totally average vagina. Well, does he mean average average? Like 49% of women have better vaginas and 49% of women have worse vaginas? Or does he mean average like a C? Because I'm not a C student, and I certainly don't intend to start with my vagina. Like, he said he meant it like it was just perfectly, normally, functionally fine. And I'm an honest gal, so that is how I introduce myself now. Hi, I'm Teri. I have a totally average vagina. Even my mother, my 86-year-old mother, called me the other day so excited. Teri, your father and I have met the most amazing man. He's single, he used to be a pilot, and he speaks Russian. So then she said to me 4 words that made me consider legally emancipating myself even though I'm in my 50s. Here, talk to him. Oh, yeah, so, right, you can picture me going, no, Mom, no, what are you doing? Mom, don't hand the phone, please don't hand the phone to. Hello, Teri. This is Pete. Or whatever the fuck he said. I don't remember because my head was spinning, my heart was pounding, my palms were sweaty. I felt like I was somewhere between a stroke and a grizzly attack. I squeaked out an awkward, hello. Teri Hatcher, he said. This is so cool. Your mom's told me all about you. Okay, so let's recap. I am talking to a total stranger. He knows exactly who I am, exactly what I look like. He could have even masturbated to me at some point in his life. It's true, I've been around a long time. I said, Pete, I'm sure you can appreciate that this has caught me a little off guard. How exactly did you meet my mom? Oh, we just bumped into each other in Costco. Oh my God. Is my mom just strolling down the aisles of Costco, like telling everyone that her world-famous daughter is so pathetically in need of a date that she'll just hand out my number to any man without a wedding ring? I hear my mom in the background yelling, "Speak Russian to her!" I mean, the only thing Russian I want right now is a case of vodka. I said, Pete, could you put my mom back on the phone? She told me she was texting me a picture. I got the picture. Actually, Pete was kind of cute. But then I looked closer. I zoomed in on the photo and I could see that he was wearing a Costco name tag. Oh, my whole career, tabloids have made me a headline of some kind, sometimes on a red carpet, pumping gas. But lately now, the headline is, have you seen her lately? Wow, she's really aged. What happened to her? Really? Yeah, well, I'll tell you what happened to me. I got married, I got divorced, I had a hit TV show, I did some movies, I got married again, I grew a baby inside me, I moved to New York, I took a toddler on the subway, I got divorced again, I had another hit TV show, I won some awards, I raised money for charities, I went to cooking school, I won Chopped in the Great British Bake Off, I ran 2 marathons, I parented a beautiful human, I cared for aging parents, I took care of friends, friends took care of me, I taught myself to play piano, and I survived celibacy for a fucking year alone in a pandemic.
Oh, y'all, it is summer finally. I know, I'm so tickled that we now got spring and we're about to get into summer. Okay, it's bathing suit time. I know y'all are tickled. To go and try on bathing suits, yay. I'd rather take a bullet, but It's that thing everybody has to do. I did a big show for a bunch of women one time, and a woman came up to me and said, have you ever seen the swim dress at Land's End at Sears? And I was like, no, I'm not dead yet, but she goes, no, I'm not, it'll change your life. So I go to the Sears in my hometown. Have y'all been to Sears lately? There's not a soul in Sears. There's nobody shopping, nobody working. The lights are all on. I thought, are they running dope out of Sears? But I got a swim dress and I'm beautiful in it. I am beautiful in it. It covers up all my boogity boo. Okay, so what I've worn for years, over the years, is a miracle suit. The miracle suit is at department stores. It's got a tag on it that says lose 10 pounds in 10 minutes. And you do, because you sweat yourself to death trying to get it on. Because it's a one piece and there's a girdle in it. I know, gross. Okay, have you eaten? All right, there's a girdle in it, so it smooths you out real cute through here. You look real nice through here because it squeezes your fat out and every other hole. And don't get it wet. Somebody will have to cut it off of you. So I bought it for years. I bought it and I looked terrible in it. And I knew it, so I'd buy a big sarong and like wrap it around my body and then act like I'm reading a book. Okay, so my good friend knew that I was buying miracle suits. She goes, I want one. So she took her 14-year-old girl and they went to the department store and they got in the dressing room and the 14-year-old was sacking her mama up in this bathing suit. They both broke out in a sweat over their lip. And the 14-year-old said, ooh, gross. Mom, put it back, let's get out of here. She said, I can't, I gotta buy it. I just peed in it.
She got a facelift this year. That's crazy when that starts to happen, man. She got a facelift. She called me. She was like, I got a facelift. And I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And she was like, no, I got it like 3 months ago. And I was like, what? Like, you gotta tell me that shit. I'm like next of kin or whatever, you gotta tell the person next in line that you're going under. That's because what if something happens? You don't know, anesthesia goes awry and then like someone dies. That happens, right? Then I got to like fly out and identify her body and show up like, yeah, I don't know who that is. No idea. Whoever it is, she looks refreshed. Can you stand her up? Because I know she comes up. No, that's weird. That's a weird question. I apologize. What was in her purse? Like 40 pictures of her dog and none of me? That's my mom. I don't know if you know what a facelift is, by the way. A facelift is when they take your fucking face skin and they rip it away from your face. And in that little space there, that's where they find your self-esteem. That's a facelift. Well, what else about me? Used to live in New York City. Not my favorite place. I like it. I actually love it. I love visiting it. It's great. I understand the appeal. If you can dance, you can make it there and all of that shit. Fantastic, right? But it's never been like, I don't know, when I'm at home in Los Angeles, I never think, you know what? I wish this place was smaller but costs more money. I never think that. Like, New York was crazy. I paid so much money for this little apartment, and every time I showered, it looked like I was hiding. Like, I was just like in the corner. And I go, it's gonna get better when I go outside. And you go outside and it smells like shit. It smells like shit. And then you go on the subway and it still smells like shit. And you just want to grab the person next to you and go, guess why it smells like shit here? Guess why? Really just pull him in and just go, 'cause a person shit here. There are no stray dogs in the subway. A human being was like, I go here now. I'm gonna go here now. I don't know. Last call is too late in New York for me. I'm not responsible enough to handle that shit. I can't do that. 4 a.m. last call. That's too irresponsible. That's like, I like a nice 1 a.m., 1:30 last call. You know, when the bartender just says, hey, stop that. And you say, thank you for saving me from myself. I'm gonna get in my car and drive home now. We're all gonna be fine. New York is crazy. It's 4 a.m. If you're drinking at 4 a.m., you should not be out and about with other people. You should be at home alone crying. That's 4 a.m. drinking. And then you're leaving the bar, the sun's coming up, you have to accept that it's tomorrow. You know, it's very sad. My friends be chasing me down the block like, Morgan, you just did 9 shots off a baby, you know? And I just be like, I'm not driving. I'm not driving. Like, not driving is an excuse for any horrific behavior you could possibly get into, you know? Oh, you just peed on that lady, then stabbed her to death. I'm taking a taxi. We're all gonna be fine.
My second baby is my oldest daughter who's about to graduate from the University of Tennessee. She's 22, and let me tell y'all, I know every crow thinks theirs is the blackest, but let me say that she is a beauty, and she is smart, and she's done very well in school, and she's in a sorority and done well with her sorority, and she's athletic, and she's mean. And we're scared to death of her. We walk on eggshells around her. She's not mean to other people or in public. She holds it in so that she can come home and like spew it out onto me. That's okay. That's God's way. But this is what I think happens. When she was a junior, her summer between her junior and senior year, I think that God allows this to happen. And you little girls that your babies aren't this old, just listen to me. All right, one day they'll just turn on you. And you'll think, who in the world is this? Who's coming down the steps in the morning? We don't know who this is. I think that God allows that because He knows that you're about to let your baby go off to college or whatever they're going to do, and He knows that you're grieving. So He makes them just as mean as He can so that you can let them go. And I believe that. That summer, the very breath that I breathed out of my nostrils made her so angry. We were not allowed to eat cereal in our own home because she couldn't stand to hear us chew. I don't mean to talk about her because she had a lot on her. She had to empty the dishwasher. Stuff like that. That's so hard. Okay, let me tell you about an example when she was probably your baby's age, y'all's little children, because y'all are so cute. Look, their thyroid's still functioning. Y'all still got hair. Good for y'all. Y'all got on little britches. Yay. Okay. When my middle one, when she was in elementary school, I was so blessed that I got to take them to school and pick them up every day in my minivan. And I would watch them come out, my girls, and I saw them. They were in a good mood. I saw it. All right, they would be goosing each other and waving to all the little children and the principal. See you tomorrow. Okay. Then they'd come over to my minivan, get in, slam the door. That middle one would take her backpack and sling me in the back of the head with it. She'd say every day something like, I'm starving to death. You don't have a piece of cheese in this car? Your driving's making me car sick. I hate her. Why did you have her? And the baby would be sitting over the bank. She'd be going, Mom, 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 Mom. And I'd say, what? And she'd go, Mom, 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 Mom. I go, what? I'm listening. She could say some of the craziest things. She said to me one day, did Jesus ever have head lice? How do you answer that? I said, well, baby, I don't know. But if he did, I know he healed it.
Now, I have dated for over a decade in Los Angeles, and I came up with some observations that I'd like to share some with you, okay? Number one, my favorite part of dating in LA is the freak out moment, okay? It's guaranteed in every relationship. It's early on where the guy freaks out, okay? It's after something intimate has been exchanged. Perhaps he shared a memory from his childhood, or maybe you accidentally locked eyes when you were having sex. I don't know. But he starts to freak the fuck out, okay? He looks like he's in a horror movie scene that he can't get out of. When it would happen to me, the guy would look at me like I was Mike Myers and he was Jamie Lee Curtis. And even though I'm inching towards him very slowly, he's freaking the fuck out, right? He's going, no, slow down, you're moving too fast. And he's throwing things in my way to slow me down. He's like, ooh, a garbage can, bookshelf, homeless person. I'm just standing there like, hey man, I just wanted to know if our dogs could meet. It's been 10 months, you know? You know what I mean? But by the look on his face, he's hearing the soundtrack to Friday the 13th. He's hearing the But really what I said was, brunch, brunch, brunch with my mom, mom, mom. Brunch, brunch, brunch with my mom, 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 right? All right, yep. Okay, so number 2, this is a good one. Ladies, you need to check out a guy's place almost immediately, right? Safety first and always. But before you commit or get naked, you need to see his pad immediately. Because here's the thing. You need to know how into video gaming he is. Now, if you walk in and he's got a gaming station in his living room where his friends can come over and socialize, fine, I don't care. But there's a direct correlation between how many articles of clothing you can take off to how many gaming consoles are in his bedroom, right? If he can only fall asleep to the sounds of Call of Duty and Skyrim, you're not dating a guy who's got a diversified portfolio, you know? Thank you, yeah. Now, this would have saved me a lot of time dating, because here's the deal. I was dating this guy for a month, late 40s, well-dressed, seemingly successful, but something was always off. So I was like, hey man, you gotta take me back to your spot. Let's check it out. So we go back to his place, we open the door, and it was like that scene in Big with Tom Hanks when she walks in and she's like, oh shit, it's a kid's playground, what the hell, right? So I open the door. First of all, it's a tiny studio apartment. If I was in my 20s, fine. But I'm pushing 40 with a career, this doesn't work, okay? 2, as soon as I open the door, boom, right there, his mattress on the floor. I hit it with my toe. On the floor, not on a bed frame, not on a box spring, on the floor. And ladies, no sheets. Not fitted, not flat. He had a crumpled up sleeping bag with a broken zipper. Then you start looking around because you're like, oh, are there dead bodies? What's happening? And then you get over here and you're like, there's an Avatar poster hanging by one thumbtack. There's a beautiful china cabinet, but it's filled with action figures. I'm sorry, he corrected me and he's like, those are actually called miniatures. Things I don't give a shit about, right? Now, if it's refreshments you're looking for, fear not. Because he has a mini fridge next to his mattress. Okay, here's the deal. Remember I said tiny studio, so let me logistically explain this to you. Mini fridge, 1, 2, 3, actual refrigerator. Mini fridge, actual refrigerator. You guys, if he's too lazy to get up and walk 3 feet, the chances of him providing for a family or finding my fun button are dismal. You know? Last piece of advice is that who we hang out with outside of our dating world is extremely important, especially after a breakup. Because after a breakup, we tend to date down, right? And we need our friends to be our radar. Here's the deal. After a breakup, you're not gonna go after the Margot Robbies and the Chris Evans anymore. That's what I call the Mount Everest. You just got your heart broken. You're gonna lower it, play it a little safer. You're gonna be hanging around like Mount Whitney or Half Dome, okay? Or if you're like me, who plays it really safe after a breakup, parking lot of Chipotle, okay? So basically, I'm dating Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings at this point, okay? Because he's not gonna leave, right? So, I had just gone through this huge breakup, and I called my girlfriends, and I was like, I know I'm still healing, but it's been 24 hours, and I met this one guy, and he's really weird, but he's kind of nice, and I think he's the one. And they were like, you need to bring him to the bar right now. And I was like, well, it's a little late at night. And they're like, bring him to the bar. And I was like, okay. So, we walk into the bar. Here I am, dragging in fucking Gollum, okay? Dragging in Gollum, and 60 seconds, guys, no more than 60 seconds. My girlfriends have come up, separated us, sent him home in a lift, grabbed me a Sauvignon Blanc, sat me down and said, girl, we need to work on this self-esteem because this shit ain't happening again, okay? Yes.